These are the
Shalom,
messages
Bible Reading
proclaimed
School,
before the
DAY67.
destruction of
Today,
Jerusalem.
we're going to read Micah 1 to Zephaniah 3. Day point. Micah is a prophecy about the gospel of humility, Nahum the gospel of comfort, Habakkuk the gospel of the righteous, and Zephaniah the gospel of the judgment. First, Gospel of Humility, Micah 1 to 7. The book of Micah speaks to the people who have forgotten God's grace and worship idols, following the customs of the world. It reminds them of the grace that set them free from slavery in Egypt through the Passover lamb. Deceived by Balaam, they worshipped idols and committed sexual sins, but God led them to the promised land. The way to repay this great grace is to humbly deny ourselves, take the yoke of his cross, and walk with God. Second, Gospel of Comfort, Nahum 1 to 3. The beautiful news in the book of Nahum is the news of the destruction of wicked Assyria, and for us today is the Gospel of Comfort, that Jesus Christ breaks Satan's yoke of bondage and delivers us from the power of sin and death. Third, Gospel of the Righteous, Habakkuk 1 to 3. The days of the prophet Habakkuk were historically on the verge of the destruction of Jerusalem, which was full of sin and spiritually nearing the end of the wicked, corrupt, and profane world. The book of Habakkuk is the gospel of the righteous that enables God's people to live by faith. Fourth, Gospel of Judgment, Zephaniah 1 to 3. The conclusion of the book of Zephaniah is the grace of God, which hides his people on the day of the Lord's judgment, quietly loves them, and rejoices over them. God's justice judges the wicked and purifies the righteous. Before the wrath comes, the day of Lord's anger, it preaches the gospel of judgment to bring his people to repentance. They are saved by the grace that hides them on the day of wrath. Today's mission: write down the 12 books of the minor prophets.